Alright everybody, hello, welcome back. Season 1, Episode 2. For those of you that sat through that very long first episode of the season, I do apologise that it was that long. Future episodes aren't going to be like that. That was mainly so I could get like the tactic, the transfers, all that stuff all into one video and go from there. And then from here on out, I think the structure will be, it's just like individual months. So welcome to the month of August. We will live play the last game of the month at Haventon Waterlooville, which we're playing away. They are 4th in the division. We are currently top. We've started the season way better than I ever expected us to. Had some pretty good performances along the way as well. First game of the season, a 2-0 victory over Concord Rangers, who I think are a pretty decent side. Nigel Sadu got best player of the game. We weren't really great up until I made some subs around the 62nd minute. I brought on Mitch Pinnock and Adam Birchall. Mitch Pinnock actually snagged himself an assist. Adam Birchall got the first goal to send us on our way. And Adam Owen moving across to the right wing position won us a penalty, which was converted pretty convincingly by Reece Prestige from the penalty spot. So what was a 0-0 draw up until the 67th minute came out having us get a pretty good away win, 2-0 to the good. And Concord Rangers are a pretty good side. Jeremy Walker's an awesome player. Stephen Corley, Tony Stokes, they're all pretty talented players and should be around the playoff positions come the end of the season, despite the fact they have a very low reputation among English football. They do have a pretty talented playing group. So I was happy with that win there. Next game out was 2 days later against St Albans. Always tough to start the season with 3 games in a week. But a really good 6-2 victory. Went 1-0 down right at the start. James White, in his debut performance, came in for Seb Brown. Scored no goal. It wasn't great. It was a nothing kind of header from distance and he just sort of threw it into the side netting, which wasn't good. But we responded really well. We actually went, I think it was 2-1 up at half time. Daniel Roberts and Adam Birchall getting us back into it. Birchall with his first start for the season, really impressing there. Got another goal on 51st minute. Then Lee Chappell also scored no goal. Jordan Robertson came off the bench and snagged one at the death. And Daniel Roberts was excellent in that trequartista role. Ended up getting man of the match. So a 6-2 victory. John Frendo did pull one back from the penalty spot late on, but that was a mistake from Nigel Sadu. It wasn't anything particularly vicious or all that. He just went up for a header, I think, and gave away a foul. But, so we were 2 from 2 at that stage, and then we played Basingstoke, or Basingstoke, however the fuck you pronounce it, away from home for our 3rd game, and I think we were just a little bit tired after 3 games in a week. Managed to rotate a few through. Sodja came in, Brown came in, as did, I think Adamola and Robertson started that game when they didn't start the previous one. And we just couldn't find a way through, really. We were very tired. Defensively, we performed really well. But going forward, we really couldn't break them down. I think that's reflected in Jay Gasson, their left back, winning the player of the game. But, you know, a 0-0 draw isn't anything to be too upset about. And you can look from the stats down here. We had twice as many shots. Just didn't really get as many on target as we need. More of the ball despite playing away from home. So I thought it was a pretty good performance. And then last game out, we played Bath. It was actually I think it was 3rd versus 4th in this game, and we absolutely trashed them. Their 2 goals one was right at the start from a corner, and Andy Watkins' goal was very much against the run of play. We were a much better side. They had a few shots here. I think at about the 75th minute, when I made the last of the subs, they had like 3 shots and 1 on target, so they slammed a few shots in right at the death. But we had more of the ball, more shots, got a lot of them on target as well, so we're taking good shots, which I thought was excellent. And they've just managed to snag a couple of goals in there as well. But a 4-2 victory. Birchall and Roberts getting amongst the goals again. Adam Ola getting his first goals for the club as well was a welcome sign. Anthony Cook hasn't performed that well. I might actually drop him for this game, but we'll see how we go. Haventon Waterlooville has started the season pretty well themselves. They are currently sitting in 4th position, 3 wins, 1 loss. Only ourselves, Chelmsford, Wealdstone, and Hayes and Yedding are still undefeated. But we are sitting top with a healthy looking goal difference of 8. So we started the season a lot better than I ever expected. I did say in that first video I don't usually start seasons well. If I'm still keeping the same expectation with it, if we can get out of the first 10 games with 5 wins, I'll be thrilled with that. I think that will be very good for us. But we'll have to wait and see. Haventon Waterlooville are a good side. They could give us a good challenge here. And a lot of our players are still relatively fit. Bangura's under 90. 90 is kind of the marker conditioning that I sort of use. So I might give Danny Waldron a start here. Anthony Cook's not been that great. Still no goals or assists despite playing 90 minutes a couple of times. So I'm going to give Mitch Pinnock a run out on the left. I do love that natural balance left-footed players on the left-hand side gives you. And we'll move Adamola over to the right, who's been pretty good. Getting amongst the goals, getting the assists as well. So he's been quite good. And I might bring Robertson on for Birchall as well. even though he has scored 4 goals in his opening 4 games of the season and 1 assist. I think Jordan Robertson is still the better player. He just hasn't quite started the season as well as Birchall has. Yeah, so we'll go with that. No need to change too much else. Our defence has been pretty good thus far. Let's submit the team. Having Waterlooville have some good players. Are they going to tell us about them? Yes, they are. Bradley Bubbs, one to watch. Just physically a beast. Can finish as well. I think they usually use him as a winger, but they're playing him one out up front. Very good player for this division. Have to keep an eye on him. Ibrahim Atiku, really good winger. Shitty work rate and strength and all that, but very good on the ball once he does get it. So we'll have to keep an eye on him as well. And Roberto Casabella, the Spaniard, you can pick him up on a free transfer at the start of the season. Obviously, haven't Waterlooville have. And just a really solid deep line playmaker. We ended up going with Bangura instead of him, but he's a very good player. Right, so they want us to close down Alan Connell at all times. That's probably good advice. Let's take that, and I'm just going to assertively tell everyone. I'm very formulaic with my team talks. I'm calm at home in an assertive way. So assertive, pick up where you left off, left time out, and Seb Brown has responded pretty well to that. Love to continue a nice little open to the season. We have been pretty good in a lot of those games, but we are conceding some soft goals, but it's, that's conference football. It happens from time to time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not under any expectation that we're going to go through the season undefeated or anything like that. We're definitely not. But if we can lose less than 10 games this season, it would be awesome. And to get through our opening month without losing yet is great. Anderson with the corner in here. Finds front post, and it's scrappy in there. I think Malaga was the last one to get a strike on it, but haven't Waterlooville get it away. Approaching the half an hour mark now. Haven't had too much for either side. Let's have a look at the match stats. 50-50 possession. No one's had a shot on target as yet, but we have had one more than them. Tell you what, that's tight. That's very even for half an hour of play. So here's Bradley Bubb on his own getting through. Holland hacks it away around as far as Swallow. Sado jumps in. Didn't need to, and Swallow gets a strike on target, but it's well held by Brown. Wasn't moving that quickly anyway, so. Danny Waldron's been quite error-prone. We do have Bangura on the bench. Might have to introduce Big Al in the second half. We are getting towards the halfway mark now. Prestige with a short ball to Sado. Comes up on the right-hand side now. Has players inside. Goes for a long switch across. Robertson goes up, and it's well saved by the keeper. Doesn't hold though, and it's hacked off the line. Something. Okay, I'm just going to assertively tell everyone. Keep going out there. You can still win today. Yeah, we'll go with that. Jordan Robertson responded well, so at least someone has. Not the greatest team talk I've ever taken, but it's kind of hard at 0-0 to be too critical of anyone. Prestige plays the ball forward to Adamola. This might just be a kickoff highlight, or are we going to score? Robinson's through, and he was going wide, but Young, for whatever reason, holds. God, he was through then. He could have squared that up. Roberts was tearing through the middle. All right, 54th minute now. Adamola was going to whip the free kick in. It's cleared away by Ryan to Swallow, though. Adamola squares to Robertson. It's hit the bar. Can we get there? No. Woodford makes a good challenge. Puts it out for a corner. Might make some subs after this. Adamola whips it in. Goes back stick. Malaga goes up, but doesn't win it. Robertson with the ball now. Plays Cedu, who punts a ball forward, and that's collected by Young. Let's make some changes. I'm going to take off Danny Waldron, who's not really made the most of his start. And who else have we got? Let's go with electric pace. We'll bring Adamola to the left-hand side, and we'll bring Cook on the right, and we'll see how we go there. Assertively, I have faith in you make a difference. He doesn't care. Assertively, I think there's a lot more to come from you. Neither of them cared, so that's a bit disappointing, but what can you do? Reece Prestige will take the captain's armband. He is the vice-captain. Danny Waldron is the captain. I didn't bother changing it after Rob Swain left. I just kind of left it as it was. I didn't see much of a need. If we can get either of those players to do something in terms of an assist or a goal in the last half an hour, that'd be great. Haven't been a lot of shots for either side in the game, if I'm being honest with you, but I think it's probably very clogged in the midfield. We are both playing 5 in midfield. 5 minutes to go. Let's see if we can bring on Adam Birchall. Can he snag a winner? Confirm team talk assertively. Make the difference, and he's not cared either, so not the greatest team talks from my end. Into extra time now. This could be a very boring game. Cook with a free kick now. Gets on target. It's pushed away by Young. Bangura. Bangura has managed to find a winner. His first goal for the club and of the season. I think Young didn't hold it. Pushed it to his left right-hand side. Bangura takes a touch on his left. It's not a great angle for a replay. But Bangura takes a touch here. Just gets it on target. And Young's going to be really disappointed to get beaten at his near post. He just went down for it and somehow it's wriggled its way in. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. It's a cheap one, but it looks like they're going to have time for a highlight of their own. Casabella with the ball now. Squares to Donnelly. Played forward, hacked away by Malaga. Ryan heads the ball only as far as Adamola, who has a crossfield switch to Cook, who's wide open. Can he square it up? No, God, I think he was looking to, but it's a really good defensive tackle there from the left back, whoever that was. God damn it. Just a square ball across. He had so many people in the middle, but a 1-0 victory, a 1-0 away win. Nice. We'll take that assertively. Well done, lads. Good win for us. No need to get down on them after a win. Bangura comes off the bench to score the winning goal there. 7.1 gets him the man of the match. And Anthony Cook responded well coming on as well. Adam Birchall wasn't on long enough to get himself a full-time rating. But 7's a really... If a Premier League player gets a 9, a 7 is the equivalent in the Conference South. They don't really get massively high scores unless they get a hat-trick or something like that. And that actually sees us go 3 points clear on top of the table. I'm fairly happy with that. And a clean sheet as well. Clean sheet away from home. That would be awesome. Not the most exciting game that we've ever had, but I mean, we have to take it. I am going to save the game. And I'll just save it as Bromley, I think. Yep, we'll do that now. But you can see we picked up a couple of injuries. Amenko's going to be out for a while, but he's a backup at best. So, and McNaughton's still out for another 6 weeks with that knee cartilage damage. But it's a really good start to the season. 4 wins from our opening 5, a 0-0 draw in the last one away to Basingstoke. We're not conceding a lot away from home. I don't know why that could be. We play the same tactic whether we're home or away, but it's much better than I was ever expecting us to be. So we'll take that, we'll run with it, and I look very much forward to seeing you again in the next episode, which should actually be an FA Cup fixture, I think. Yep, qualifying second round. I will see you for that fixture. I'll go and play through the rest of September now. And of course, we are in the middle of 3 games in a week. Our next game out against Ebbsfleet will be a very tough one. They are one of the better teams in the division. If you have any feedback, chuck it in the comment section below. Whether it's positive or negative, it is very much appreciated. If you have your own YouTube content, by all means, put links to it in the comment section. I will go and check it out. I will send a like your way if you want to. However, I'm not going to beg you for likes or subscriptions or anything like that. There's enough YouTube content providers that do that already. More than anything, I appreciate your views. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode, which should be Season 1, Episode 3. Thanks for watching.